252 million years ago, something catastrophic happened. 96% of all species on Earth went extinct. It's called the Great Dying, the worst mass extinction event in Earth's history. The oceans turned acidic and toxic. Oxygen levels dropped so low that most marine life suffocated. On land, temperatures spiked by 10 degrees Celsius. Forests burned. Insects went extinct for the first and only time in history. Scientists think massive volcanic eruptions in Siberia triggered it. The eruptions lasted for 1 million years. They released so much carbon dioxide that it created runaway global warming and poisoned the atmosphere. It took life 10 million years to recover. Some ecosystems never came back. What's scary? We're releasing carbon dioxide faster now than during the Great Dying, and we're doing it in decades, not millennia.
In Taos, New Mexico, there's a low-frequency hum that never stops. It sounds like a distant diesel engine running 24/7, that the people who hear it can't escape it. Scientists have used every detector imaginable. No source, nothing on any equipment. Theories range from secret military testing to mass hallucination. But the weirdest part? Similar hums have been reported in Bristol, England. It's been going on since the 90s. And we still have no clue what's causing it, or why only some people can hear it. There's a waterfall in Minnesota that breaks every rule of physics. Half of it flows down normally, but the other half, it just disappears into a hole. Scientists have thrown in GPS trackers, dye, ping pong balls, even logs. Nothing ever comes back out. But here's the creepy part. The flow rate doesn't add up downstream. Like the water just stops existing. It's been baffling scientists for decades. And it's still swallowing everything we throw at it. A woman named Frau Trophea walks into the street and starts dancing. Nothing weird yet, right? Except she doesn't stop. Then it spreads. Within a month, 400 people are dancing uncontrollably in the streets. They're screaming, begging for help, but their bodies won't stop moving. Doctors had no explanation, so they built wooden stages and hired musicians, thinking they'd just dance it out. It made it worse. After 2 months, it just stopped. No cure, no explanation. And to this day, nobody knows what caused hundreds of people to dance themselves to death. Right now, our entire galaxy is being pulled towards something. Scientists call it the Great Attractor. It's dragging the Milky Way and thousands of other galaxies toward it at over 1,000,000 miles per hour. It's hidden behind something called the zone of avoidance. We can see its effects, but it's like trying to see through a brick wall. Whatever it is, it's so massive that it's controlling the movement of millions of galaxies across hundreds of millions of light years. We're heading toward it right now. We have been for billions of years, and there's absolutely nothing we can do to stop it or even fully understand what it is.
February 1959. 9 experienced hikers head into the Russian mountains. They set up camp on a remote mountain. Everything seems normal. Something happens in the middle of the night. They slash their tent open from the inside. They run out barefoot into negative 30-degree weather. They never come back. When search teams find them weeks later, it gets horrifying. Massive internal injuries like they'd been in a car crash. Broken ribs, fractured skulls, but 0 external wounds, radiation on their clothes, strange orange lights in the sky that night. The official cause of death? A compelling natural force. They closed the case and sealed the files for decades. Over 60 years later, we still don't know what made 9 people flee into a frozen death. There's a rare brain disorder called Cotard's Delusion. People who have it are completely convinced they're dead. Not metaphorically dead, actually dead, walking corpses. Some refuse to eat because they think dead people don't need food. Others stand in graveyards waiting to be buried. One woman believed her brain was rotting inside her skull. She could smell it decaying. Doctors can't fully explain it. It's linked to brain damage in areas that process self-awareness and emotion. The scariest part? You can't convince them they're alive. No amount of logic works. It's one of the most disturbing things the human brain can do to itself. In Guanajuato, Mexico, there's a museum full of naturally mummified bodies, and they all look like they died screaming. In the 1800s, a cholera outbreak killed thousands. They buried people fast, too fast. When families couldn't pay burial taxes years later, workers dug up the graves. What they found was horrifying. The bodies were perfectly preserved by the dry climate, but their faces were frozen in absolute terror. Mouths wide open, eyes bulging. Some had scratches inside their coffins, claw marks on the wood. They realized the truth. Some of these people were buried alive during the epidemic. They woke up in their coffins and died trying to escape. Over 100 mummies are on display, all with that same expression of pure horror. You can still visit them today, but nobody forgets those faces. Thousands of people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. But he didn't. He died in 2013. This phenomenon is called the Mandela effect, when large groups of people share identical false memories. Here's where it gets weird. People remember the Monopoly man having a monocle. He never did. Thousands swear the Berenstain Bears was spelled Berenstein. It wasn't. Many remember a movie called Shazam with comedian Sinbad as a genie. That movie never existed. Some think it's just bad memory. Others believe it's evidence of parallel universes or timeline shifts. The scary part? Everyone who experienced it is absolutely certain their memory is correct. What if some of your memories aren't real? Or what if they're from a different timeline? There's a whale swimming in the Pacific Ocean that scientists call the loneliest creature on Earth. Every whale species has its own frequency for communication. Most whales sing between 10 and 40 hertz. This whale sings at 52 hertz. No other whale in the world uses that frequency. Scientists have been tracking it since 1989. For over 30 years, it's been swimming the ocean calling out. But no whale has ever responded. Its voice is too high-pitched for other whales to even recognize. It's been alone its entire life, searching for others but never finding them. Scientists still don't know what species it is or if it's the last of its kind. It's still out there singing into the void.